Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Connor Everything, and welcome back to a new Advanced Wars by Web replay commentary. And if you watched my last one, which came out a couple days ago, you'll notice something strikingly familiar about this map. It's the exact same map. So, kind of boring. I'm bringing you two back-to-back replays on Goldfish Princess, because in my last game, I mentioned to you guys how much I liked playing on it and how much I learned from that Mangs game and other games that I've played on this map. So, not only that, but I can wait no longer to show you guys this game, because unlike the last game that was exciting because I was playing against a famous person, this game is exciting because, well, the game itself is pretty exciting. So, you guys have noticed, I believe this is the first video where I am playing Sami. Sami is an interesting champ. Whenever I play against a Sami, I just start sweating. I get so nervous, especially in fog, because I have no idea where her troops are, where they're going to be coming from. And it's a lot to deal with Sami. You have to cover up your properties, well, I don't want to explain it before exactly showing you why you have to cover up your properties with Sami. So, it's Sami versus Jake. So, let's just go over Jake first. So, I talked about him in my last episode, but his units, including his air units, gain plus 10 attack when they're over planes. A pretty good power. His battlecopters and artillery are very strong because his artillery is affected by his 2 CO powers. Beatdown is land indirects gain +1 range, and the planes bonus is increased by an additional 10%. But with every CO power in the game, you would get an addition. Everybody, when they pop their CO power, even Adder, gets an additional 10% to attack and defense if you pop a CO or a super CO. So essentially, this is giving the planes bonus is moving up to 10%, and he gets another 10% on that. So it's an okay CO power. His super CO power is what's popped most often. Block rock, land indirects gain +1 range, just like it did in the past. Planes bonus is increased to 40% now, and vehicles gain 2 movement. You know, movement is so important in this game, and if you're a CO that has a movement increase associated with your power, it's so tough to play around, and that is why Adder is pretty much dominating tier 4, because Adder's for 2 stars you get an additional move, and what's amazing about Adder is that actually affects his infantry. So his infantry get an extra move, and God, you can just zoom around the map as Adder. It is really, really crazy. And not only can you zoom, but then your opponent has to space their units out as to say, okay, well, I have to be this far if he pops side slip, or this far if he doesn't, and you don't know if he's going to pop side slip. So that can get really annoying and very hard to play around. One mistake can really cost you the game against these movement COs. Now, let's go to the infantry commander, Sami. So her foot soldiers gain +30 attack, really good boost. So that's, her mechs hit so hard. The problem with mechs is they only get 2 moves, so it's so hard to get your mechs in a spot where they can take a clean shot off at a tank. But then her infantry duels are what's insane. Her infantry can interrupt people on buildings so hard that they just hit so incredibly hard. If you can get a clean shot off your infantry versus an enemy infantry on a road, like I think you take it down to like 1 HP, her infantry go crazy. But what's also nuts about Sami is her capture bonus. So if you're capturing a city, you get a 50% capture bonus, meaning that if you have a fully healthy infantry, and you would normally, when you capture a city, the capture would go down by 10. But with Sami, her +15 means, or sorry, her +50% capture bonus means you would divide that 10 by 5, or sorry, you would divide that 10 by 2, and that you would get an additional 5 capture to that. So when you capture a building for the first time, you're actually you're decreasing it by 15. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you capture a building with a full health infantry and decrease it by 15, and somebody comes and interrupts you and brings your infantry down to 5, you can fully capture it the next turn. That is why I've been so infuriated playing against Samis lately. because I forget, and now it's not that I'm forgetting, it's that I can't interrupt. I drive a recon up to interrupt a property that is on my half. It should be a pretty clean interrupt, and then the next turn she just captures it. There is no interrupting Sami properties. There is, but you gotta invest a lot of resources in it, and then suddenly she just gets it. Versus like Jake, if you were to go interrupt him, you could really mess up his income game. Sami really does not have to worry about income. That capture ability is just really good, plain and simple. Her CO power, Double Time, foot soldiers gain only +1 movement, and their attack is increased to 50%. It's and it's only 3 stars. But her super CO power, which actually is not 6 stars. Sorry. I'm gonna have to fire my editor because he messed up the CO things. I'm my editor. Okay, I messed it up. Sorry. Okay, so her super CO power is what is popped most often. You see Double Time sometimes, but it's only an increase to your foot soldiers' attack, and they get an extra movement. Yawn. Because Victory March is where it's at. Foot soldiers gain 2 movement, huge movement boost, and their attack is increased to 70%. Crazy. And her foot soldiers can capture buildings instantly, even with 1 HP. That is insane. And that is why playing around Sami can get very, very frustrating and dicey. If Sami has a lot of... So it's on the Sami player to have a lot of infantry on the board. You can get caught up in making anti-air tanks, battlecopters, and artillery, but forget to really pump out infantry to get them in place for your victory march. As Sami, you will lose if you do not get your foot soldiers in place for a solid victory march. And as your opponent, this is what happens, right? If you see a victory march coming up, you have to cover up your cities. If you get overzealous, do a ton of damage, boom, you blasted through the Sami line. Well, think about what you just did. You just damaged a ton of Sami's units, giving her power charge, and suddenly your units are not covering up your cities. If you see a victory march coming, you have to play conservative. You have to pull back and cover your cities. Because then when she pops her victory march and doesn't get any captures, think about that. You are playing a CO with usually with damage increases, movement increases, lots of benefits. Really the only benefit to Sami's victory march is how she can capture things right away. If you take that away, she's useless, because the other thing that I forgot to mention about her passive is that all of her other direct units lose 10% attack. All of them. So Jake hitting at you from a plane is boosted by 10%. You are hitting back, and it's not a minus 10% swing, it's minus a 20% swing. So you're hitting back with minus 20% against a CO like Jake, who's hitting you with plus 10%, and you're minus 10%. So it's a 20% swing. You get it, all right? Everybody here can do math. Okay, those are the COs. Now you can kind of see how this could play out. So the last thing that I forgot to mention about Sami is you have to be careful with Sami, because Sami can actually very easily win by cap. With a good victory march in Advanced Wars by Web, if you control more than, I think it's like 75% of the properties, it's very rare, but if you control more than 75% of the properties, you will win by cap, versus win by rout, where you kill all their enemies, or win by capturing their HQ. Alright, so without further ado, we're back on Goldfish Princess for an exciting game. Here we go. Alright. Here we go. So day 1, Flycatcher opens up with infantry. Good. I come in and do my thing. Yep. Nothing really exciting here, guys. Let's see if I learn my lesson about infantry movement. I should be capturing this. Yeah, I mean, I obviously will do that. And then head it down there. Yep. So if I learned anything, this infantry should move to this towards this airport next turn, based on my Mangs game. However, I didn't comment on this on my Mangs game before I played this. I played this after the Mangs game, but before reviewing it. So looky here, man, that is an early recon. And if you think about it, what is this recon going to do? It's going to get vision, but like I said, you can't interrupt Sami's caps. You cannot do that. So what is this really going to do, really? Like, I think he must not be too knowledgeable about the game, or maybe forgot about Sami's passive. I mean, this is high-ish elo. This was like a 950 elo game, so I'm surprised to see a play like that for my opponent. Nope, I did. Okay, no. Forevermore, whenever I play on Goldfish Princess, I will be pulling it towards my airport. I will not be making that mistake anymore. I mean, this really is useless in doing nothing. So, okay. Here he goes, and yeah, just goes along the road. That's good. I mean, that's road here. Probably more advantageous to get vision in the middle, but I don't know. Okay, and he just goes infantry. I move out, moving out. Should have done that last turn. Moving out, capturing, and I just go. You know, as Sami, it's nice to just play early game Sami and just spam infantry just to get them on the board. So you have a 3 HP infantry in a forest that they don't know about, that's poised for a victory march cap. So it's good. It's really good just to get a whole mess of infantry on the board right away. And then I mean, this is obviously a bad play. I really don't think he needs more infantry to get his capture game going. Base skipping for a Jake Artillery. Yes, Jake Artillery are good and you want to build them early. That is true. But he has no tank he has no front line ahead of this. He just has infantry. So kind of a weird play. I disagree with it. And now I'm getting lots of properties. This is good. And let's see. I built an APC because something that I forgot to mention again in the character intro. Sorry guys, that was a disaster. But something that I forgot to mention is that Sami's APCs and transport copters gain +1 movement. I have been using that playing Sami. I have been using that to my advantage a lot. That is a big boost for +1 back and forth. I mean, you can get. It sounds silly, just +1, but you can really shuffle your infantry around, and it's awesome for getting mechs to the front line. So I built an early APC and a recon just to spot it, just to get my infantry flowing. I think that was a good play. Okay, he's way out ahead of me in this quadrant, but I'm much farther than him vertically. Okay, he is moving. He's schmoving. He sees that I have no infantry in the area. Okay, then he goes triple infantry. Yeah, I mean, that was a good turn, but he should have done it last turn. I have lots. I mean, look at now. I have a 3,000 income lead over him. Subject to change. He'll get 2,000 more next turn, and but I went second. He went first. But I had that extra infantry, so I guess my capture game is going to be 1 ahead of him in theory at all times. He just got to go first. All right, looks like our infantry. Looks like our. So I use the boost strat to boost this forward. I get good vision from there, and I go another recon just to get vision down here. You know, double recon. I couldn't have built a tank, but I couldn't stand building more infantry. I figured another recon down here, just to get vision down here, would be worthwhile. I think that was a good play. My APC is kind of messing with the whole buy strategy where you'd normally get a tank out this turn, but I still think that was the play, just to get a massive infantry presence deep on the board early. All right, here we go. And that's a good buy. That's a normal buy. I get a tank rolling, and you know, he sees me here. He'd be a fool to interrupt me because I'm going to get this next turn. He only has a recon in the area. I'm Sami. That boosted capture will get me this comm tower next turn no matter what. There's no amount of damage he can do to me with this recon right now that is going to interrupt that cap. So he'd be a fool to interrupt me. I do not know what he does. We will see. Probably, you know, if this recon was going to come down here, I built it on the wrong base last turn. Should have built it on this base. Foolish mistake, because it has the same amount of movement, but now my infantry is so far behind. Yeah, that's a mistake. This is me realizing that. Set up my APC to grab this infantry next turn. And I can build a tank and just 2 more infantry. Yeah, I don't need another recon, so I'll save up for next turn. I can build another a couple more tanks. Okay, rolling out, rolling out. Here we go. Yeah, just getting his middle of the board game going. Tanks rolling, infantry. Yep, foolish. So right now, look. So in the bottom left hand of the screen, you can see that I'm on the comm tower. There's only 5 left for me to capture. Okay, I have a 4 health infantry, but I get a 50% bonus to that. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. I'm going to be capturing that for 6 next turn. For what? He has revealed the position of his recon to me. It should have just sat in this bush and done what a recon does and get recon. Now I'll get a free shot with my recon next turn if I choose, or I might just ignore it and park it in the bush. In the fear that he has a tank coming in. So we'll see what I decide to do with my recon here. He goes battlecopter. I should definitely be building an anti-air very soon. So I want the defense stars. I can get a shot from the woods. I gotta be careful though. If he had decided to make a tank instead of an anti-air, which he couldn't have, or sorry, artillery, which he couldn't have because he would have had a double base skip. But I mean, a Jake planes boosted tank, like if he chose to drive this tank up here, would have taken this out. So probably not the best move. Probably just should have parked this recon in here and just ignored it until I got my tank in position. Yeah, I guess I disagree with taking that recon shot. Okay, here we go. I'm ferrying, getting my properties. I think my movement around here is pretty good. Yeah, and this is my property, but it's you know, I guess then this is his, so it's all kind of contested. Here we go. And if I'm smart, I'll build an anti-air. Nope. Yeah, I mean, Jake battlecopters are so good that probably should have gone anti-air there. Okay, here we go. Boom, yeah, good shot. He sees it, and that's a planes boost. That's a planes boosted Jake artillery. Gets a clean shot, able to clean up, and then he ferries it all the way over there. I mean, he sees all my infantry in the area. That was actually pretty smart. That was actually a pretty good move. I've never thought to do that with this. Good move. I agree with that. Pulls that back good, and now he's got a good little force up over here. So now he's actually playing pretty well. Okay, moving out. This is the engagement you want to take as against Sami. By the way, he sees that I have a 4 here. Starts with the tank, so I can't damage back with the infantry. Now goes in and takes care of it. I wasn't capping. But if I was, that's what I'm talking about. That's the engagement you want to take. Goes another artillery. I mean, yeah, Jake artillery is pretty good, but you got 1 tank on the board, broski. I mean, if this tank goes down, what's stopping me from wall breaking or just playing around this artillery and doing whatever I want? You got to go another tank here. I do not think artillery was the play. All right, yep. I go capping. I get some really good vision. That was really risky of me to go into this forest. I could have gotten trapped there. He could have had his, you know what, he could have very easily parked his recon there, but I think I saw him drive past it, so that's how I knew it was safe. Yeah, you know what, I watched the replay and I saw him drive past it with his recon, so I knew he wasn't in there, and I knew it was safe. So that's surely why I went in there, right? Let's all pretend, right? Just come on, give me that. Okay. Yeah, and now I have a pretty good threatening force in this area. 2 tanks, 3 tanks, all backing up each other. This is now my strong side. I got it, and I got infantry down here where if he chooses to interrupt it, I'm Sami. I still have a pretty good shot at capping these properties, so that's why Sami's so strong. I'm up 1,000 income, subject to change. Next turn we'll be tied, and I just wanted to get vision on this bush. Probably. I mean, vision is a lot. Like, this could have been an anti-air, and I could have gotten good intel on, an artillery. God, I interchange artillery and anti-air all the time. Sorry, this could have been an artillery, could have been a tank. Probably just should have dropped it off in my 3-star missile silo. Yep. And now I finally go anti-air because I see the battlecopter. Probably one turn too late. Probably should have. And then I just get vision on this forest. Smart move. Okay, we're tied. We are tied. I mean, you know, I'm still going to get this. Cleans up with the battlecopter, but if I was a smart player, I would have an anti-air in this area. I do not. He should not have done this. Without a tank to take. Look, what tank is going to take care of the anti-air when it comes in? I mean, now he knows that I have a. He knows that I know that he has a battlecopter, so he really needs to be reinforcing that front with tanks to take care of the anti-air that are inevitably coming. So now you see, I was about to capture both of these properties, but he very successfully interrupted them both. So good play by him. I still think his troop buy order has been pretty bad. There he goes. Another tank, another arty. You know, if like Inkugark is the king of artillery walls, and everybody that watches him play always goes, "What are you doing? You're insane. You need tanks. You need all these. You need anti-air. You need all these other things." But Inkugark just kind of laughs at him and plays amazingly with his artillery. I mean, this guy's not Inkugark though, not by a long shot. So if you can pull it off, it's super effective and super hard to play against, and very devastating to, well, play against. But you got to be able to pull it off. So maybe he's just getting good practice with it. I just don't think that was the play. He repairs his full health. Battlecopter could have repaired his recon, but whatever, I guess. And then, yep, I'm getting lots of properties here. Driving into position, and then I got 2 tanks on the forest tiles. I pull back because I know he has a battlecopter in the area. Why would a bad player would go attempt to clean this up? Your anti-air is not backing up a hit from a battlecopter, so you have to pull back until your anti-air can back up a hit from a battlecopter on one of your tanks. That's just what you got to do. Alright, and then I finally go battlecopter, maybe a little too late, probably should have been building that earlier, although I have a really good tank presence because I decided not to go battlecopter, so I think it was pretty good decision making all around. And I went battlecopter because of this tank down here, and I needed an answer to it immediately, otherwise my cap game was going to be all off. Okay, and then battlecopters allow me to go triple infantry, so it's a good move for Sami. Maybe you should be making more battlecopters as Sami. And then he, probably could have tried to get vision of the bush. No, he couldn't have. Never mind. Okay, so he gets my infantry off, but I still have the building. And yep, so this was, at this point, extremely foolish. Even if it was the worst case situation, I had built an anti-air when I saw the battlecopter. And granted, he didn't know that I saw it because of my recon parked in this bush. Then again, he should have known because he had a recon here, and if he had watched the replay, he would have seen me drive my recon into this bush. So even if worst case scenario, which it was, me building an anti-air when I saw the battlecopter, he should know that there is an anti-air in this area. And you at home, if you're looking to be a better player, you should know that too. This was a foolish shot. I have 3 defense stars. Yeah, it was over planes and he did a lot of damage, but it is, you have to know that that battlecopter is gone next turn. Where the replay viewer is bugged, I am not sure where he drove the recon. We will see. Let's see where he decided to drive that recon. Any bets? Come on, comment where you think that recon is going to go. Just kidding, don't do that. That's silly. Okay, moving on. And then, I mean, he's got, like, good artillery in forests. So, it would take a lot for me to dislodge them, but there's no troops in the area, so what is he going to do? I mean, this looks really good. Again, no troops in the area. This isn't where the fighting is, so, just kind of silly. Goes double tank, smart move. And, yep, I know that I'll get this property because I'm Sami, even if he interrupts me, and I remember thinking there's no way he's got any troops around here, so very confident on that. But look at that Sami engagement, 9-3. Very good. He's got no defense stars, and I'm Sami, so I'm hitting him so hard. And then 3 defense stars versus 3 defense stars. You know what? That probably was a very low roll from Jake there. He definitely should have done back 2. It should have been 8-4, but instead it's 9-4. Damn, that's Sami infantry, man. And then I get eyes on this forest. Nobody's around it. Okay, I'll go park it there and get vision. I see no tanks in the area. I'm like, sweet. Okay, nice, nice. And then, yeah, I mean, you're not getting that cap in. Not in my hood, dude. And then finally I can take care of this recon. Oh, so the recon got itself trapped. The recon got itself trapped trying to go into this bush, although I don't think it would have made it. I don't know. It probably, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it definitely would have made it into this forest tile, but I had my tank in there. I was able to shoot at it, and now look, I have a tank and a forest that he has to now get vision on and then attack next turn. So pretty good. I'm gonna go heal this tank up, and yeah, I mean, and now look, this is on a comm tower. If you want to hit it with a tank that's non-existent, I'm still gonna have lots of defense to it. So yeah, and then I take that engagement. I don't know. I think I just wanted to get vision of this city, and I'm glad I did, because then I could see that he had a he has a artillery park down there. Okay, here we go. Rolling out, and then I'm in position to pick up this guy for next turn and possibly ferry it downwards. So I go another B-copter. I want a heavier presence in this area. He knows I have a battle copter down here, and he did not build an anti-air. So mistake, big mistake on his part. He should have built one ages ago, as should have I, except that now he knows I have a battle copter, and he still refused to build one. Bad, bad, bad. Wait, what did he shoot at? What did he shoot at? Oh, yeah, good shot, man. Damn, that's a pretty devastating shot. I had 3 defense stars there, and he's on a city. He's not even planes boosted, and he hit that. So, good for him. Speaking of Jake, let's get it going. Okay, next turn. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. Even if I were to take a shot, denying me vision like that is a pretty smart move. I agree with that play. And then he's getting some clean engagements down here. This front is surely falling apart for me. Not looking too good. Yeah, I mean he's actually getting some. Yeah, he's doing some pretty good movement now. He must have forgotten. So on the replay viewer, there is no indication of if you got tracked or not. That's fine. This replay viewer is like the most amazing tool on planet Earth. I'm so happy somebody decided to just sit down and make this for us for free. Whoever did that, thank you very much. There's no indication of whether he got trapped or not. I have to assume he did not watch the replay and did not realize that there was a tank in here, and he got himself trapped, because that's a silly move to make. Okay, gets vision on that bush, takes a shot. I fire back, and yep. I mean that's a good shot on my infantry. Okay, still does not know I have this recon in the area. Gets his tanks rolling. Finally builds anti-air, and he's able to go anti-air, battlecopter, and then factory skip. Good move. This was a very good buy. I agree with it. Although he knows I have an anti-air up here, so if he flies it up here, he'd be silly. He should fly his battlecopter in this area and really just reinforce this front, because he knows I have an anti-air up here. I took him out with one. So if he flies it up without a tank helping to helping to kill this anti-air, he's a fool. But we will see what he does. I get vision on that tank and get a clean shot with my battlecopter. Yeah, so, I mean, talk about foolish move by him earlier. I suppose this was a bad move by me. I should have known that he would have had a... Unless he never had vision of this battlecopter. I'm not going to rewind it all the way. When I rewatch the video, I'll have to remember to check to see if he had vision of that battlecopter and decided to knowingly skip an anti-air. Because he got it with the recon. He got it with the recon, but... At any rate, so I don't know. I don't know if this was a foolish move or not. I should have known he had, you know, any good player would have a anti-air in position to dislodge a battlecopter from this airport. So I should have realized that and not taken that engagement. I think that was a bad engagement. Okay, I can clean that up, but he's got this right here, unfortunately. I take a nice shot off that property, and then look, I can just one-shot this and then just have this sit in the bush. Really good move. I don't know why I decided... That kind of looks like a misclick. Hold on. Yeah, I wonder why didn't I just take that engagement? Really weird. Really, really weird. Should not have done that. Because then I could have started capping. What? Why did I do that? Alright, bad move. Okay, reinforce this front with 2 battlecopters now. Now I reinforce this front with my other forces. Okay, and I can go double tank infantry. Pretty standard stuff. Alright, cool. Sorry, I don't know if you guys are getting blasted with music. I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Rolls his anti-air out, up, up, and then yeah, he flies this up, knowing that he knows that I have an anti-air right here. I can just watch this replay viewer, 1, 2, 3, and I get 1, 2. I can't quite get vision unless I drive this over here. And then he's got I know he has a artillery here, so it'd be kind of foolish. But he knows I have an anti-air up here, and he knows I have lots of troops down here. So I think he should have flown that battlecopter more towards the middle. He's cleaning me up. All my weak infantry are getting cleaned up, though. He's going to heal that tank. Good move. Very good move. Yep. I mean, he's never going to get that. Probably should have pulled that back for repairs, honestly. And then a good little infantry artillery wall. Very good artillery wall. He's got these two properties when in theory I should have at least one of them, and I definitely should have at least this. But I'm up in income because I have these corner properties. Like this, and he's missing this one, and then I should have this very soon. So, although he does have full control over the middle, I have actually two pretty strong fronts on these two fronts up here, and so I have lots of income that way. 2 tanks and a recon, pretty good. I'm definitely gonna get this next turn. So yeah, here's where I'm like, I was like, okay, this has 1 vision, and I was thinking. Really hoping if he has nothing that can get vision in the area of this, he won't be able to shoot on my anti-air because he has no vision of it. His vision just looks like this right now. This, and then he's got this vision, and then he's got this vision. So he doesn't have vision of this. I was really hoping that he would not get vision, and I would have my anti-air would be fine. If I'm smart, I would prepare for this to get hit pretty hard and build a new anti-air. We will see if I do that. Okay, rolling out. Yeah, this is all. I'm taking some pretty good engagements. I'm up 1,000, and I haven't bought yet, so pretty good. I wanted to get vision of this recon so I could get a shot off at it, and then wipe it out. So, oh, is that unlucky? I feel like, first of all, I feel like this shot was unlucky. That should have gone down to 5, and that oh man. Let me know in the comments if that roll specifically was unlucky, because that actually really hurts, because he maintains all this vision, and that sucks. Yeah, yep, I said, okay, if this gets shellacked, I need a response to it, and I'm scared of other battlecopters, so might as well just get 2 anti-airs on the board and never have to build them again. At least that was my thought. He will get my battlecopter this turn. Here comes the beatdown. Sorry, Jake's themes enjoyers, you did not get much of a Jake theme. Here comes his normal power beatdown, which we talked about just not being that good of a normal power. But he flies it in to get my battlecopter, and then takes some pretty clean, yeah, I mean pretty darn clean prairie engagements, and then that +1 boost. I mean, he must have been thinking, oh, and then look, he can take another one right here, bam. Yeah, man, pretty good beatdown, man. I was talking smack about the ability, but man, no denying that was really good. And then another clean shot, man. He used this really to his advantage. And like this, right? Should he have taken this shot, or should he have taken a shot with the artillery? I don't know. I don't know. It definitely wasn't the worst, because now how am I going to dislodge this? I'm not. The answer is I'm not. So. Finally reinforcing this front. With a tank. All right, here we go. So I come in and I can take a shot from. And look, he claps back with a shot from the prairie. Really good. I mean, really good. And I put a stop to that cap. And then So much for the CO power. Victory march time. Look. So and then I remember. I can't believe I just got caught off guard by my own victory march. God dang it. I'm such a bad player, man. Okay, alright. God dang it. How did I get caught off guard? But look, so look at what he did last turn. Now it's my turn. He had this, yes, bomb. So look at my power meter. Look at this. Super low power meter. No reason to worry about a victory march. I'm just gonna pop block rock and smack her. Well, all that damage you did to me, just, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. So that's why I take this engagement. It gets me a little charge. I clean up this infantry because I was going to do that anyway. Oh, I should have. Oh, I still didn't have it. Now I have it. Victory march time. Look at all of my infantry in position to get some good caps. Let's count them. Tank rolls out. I could just take this shot. Get vision. So, I was so sad. I was so sad because I said, okay, this is how this victory march is going to go. I can no longer dislodge this and pick up this city. So I'm going to use, well, I actually can. I can fly my battle cop, drop, dislodge, and get this. I can get this, but what if this comm tower was open? If this comm tower was open, I could go and get it, and then because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I could just go and get it, and then I'd be hitting him really, really hard. I said, I'll get vision with my APC. Oh my god, I was so pissed, man. I was so freaking pissed because I thought it had 2 vision. I thought it had 2 vision, and I remember staring at my screen like this. I was like, why did I just do that? I could have rolled it up right next to it and then got vision of the forest. So what a silly mistake, right? And then, yeah, ba-boom, really good shot. A lucky, oh, he's from planes and he's got his power, so that's how he could hit back so hard. But, yep, that property is mine. This property is mine. That one is mine. That one is mine. Instead of doing this, I didn't want, you know what, I didn't want to get taken out by the battle, by the anti-air, but I think it might have been worth it to hit this recon and then capture this base. I go for, and then I go for the comm tower, and then that property is mine. I can, so I'm like, I'll just take a shot with this. I have more anti-air coming in. I'd rather cripple this and risk getting hit by a tank, but actually, he cannot. Oh, yeah. So he can't get, his tank is stuck. He can only go. He can't make it all the way around to my anti-air. So I know it was a free shot. Pretty good. I build another. I build another battlecopter, even though I know he's got an anti-air down here. But I have a tank to take care of that. All right. Here we go. And now let's look at this income disparity. This is the power of Victory March, because you got to remember, every time you capture an enemy's property, his income decreases by 1,000, but mine increases by 1,000 too. That's a 2,000. That's a 2,000 income per turn swing if you're not ridiculously careful with Sami Victory March. And just like that, guys, this game, I don't know a player alive that could come back even against me. I think if I was playing a top ladder person, I do not believe he could come back and beat me with an income disparity like this. And that is the power of Victory March, and that is why it is so freaking infuriating for me to play against Samis. I've been playing against so many Samis lately that I just decided to start picking her up because I'm like, why is she tier 4? And the answer is this. She's tier 4 in the fog because it's hard to set up your victory marches. You don't know where they are in the fog, and you have to get really good vision. You don't know if they're in forests. You don't know if they're sitting on their own properties to come out of the fog and grab that property. So that's why she's tier 4. But here's the issue with that logic. Your opponent has no idea where your infantry are in fog, where your Sami infantry are, so he doesn't know which properties he has to block and which ones he can just let go. So he just ends up blocking all of them, making your victory march useless. But he spent a whole turn not taking engagements and blocking his cities instead. So I think Sami can give anybody a run for her money in fog. She's not good. I don't know really. I don't know if she's not good at any maps, but I know for a fact that she's good on big maps with tons and tons of properties, because you can just spam infantry and just grab them during your victory march. And this income swing is absolutely devastating. Pulls back his anti-air. Okay, yeah, pretty good engagements. I know he'll get that back, but I get a turn of income, so maybe I was over exaggerating just a little bit. So yeah, he's getting some good vision. Rolling out. Yep, good shot. Good shot. So check this out. I'm victory marching, and so I can clap back really hard with my infantry. Good shot. Let's see if I get a point of damage. I do get a point of damage. See, because let's see if I get a point of damage. No point because he's on a 3 defense, but that's fine. Yep. Good, yeah. Good. Yep. I agree with all this movement. Good. Okay. and then he can afford 2 tanks and an infantry, and that's all he's going to be able to afford. I can buy some heavy hitters next turn. Let's see what I end up doing. Okay, here we go. My turn. Take the shot. Recon out. Yep, anti-air. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. And then yeah, I knew that because I saw him drive it into that bush, so I can get a shot with my anti-air. And now I'm doing really good in the center. Suddenly his center, which was his game for the entirety of the game, is gone. It's gone, completely gone. I have fully cleaned it up. This will be able to hit my battlecopter pretty hard, but it won't one-shot it, and that's what I was going for. Pull this back because I know he has a ton of tanks in the area, and I want this to live for this for the battlecopter. All right, rolling out, and I'm able to build a medium tank, and I think I can go copter. Nope, I do not, because maybe I have some repairs that turn. But anyway, I'm the first to medium tank now. Here he goes. He goes beat down. We're gonna switch back to Jake's theme because we didn't hear it that much. So here comes his beat down. He has not plopped a block rock all game. I mean, yeah, that was a pretty good shot. That was a pretty good shot. And then a 10% attack boost to this to do that to that. I agree with that. 10% attack boosted tank to even us out. I agree with that. Pretty good block rock. Pretty good block rock. And then look, he can get vision and then smack me from the planes. That sucks. I still have 2 anti-air in the area. He sees them. So the 2 anti-air buy was a really good buy. Comes charging back into the middle here, but I got battlecopters and tanks to clean a lot of stuff up here. So I'm definitely gonna win that. Very good shot. Oh, very good shot. I did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. Really good. I should have taken better care. I really should have taken better care because now this anti-air to dislodge this is so far away. Goes another. He's confident that he's got my anti-air under control, so he builds a battlecopter and 3 infantry. So this is 2 turns in a row where I've gotten like something like a 7,000 at this point. You know, 2 7,000 at least boosts on him. I got a good feeling that I'll get this next turn because I'm Sami, and he can only hit me from one. He can only hit me from right here with something. I don't know what, but one shot from a tank, I think. If it puts me at 3, I can't get it. If it puts me at 4, I will get it. So let's just hope. So I do some damage. I mean that's all that anti-air was gonna do. There's no use pulling it back because he's gonna see it. So that's all that was gonna do. Good shot off at the tank. I moved this into the bush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have taken a nice shot from the forest. I could have cleaned that up. But I think I'm just calming down a little bit, turtling up. I'm assuming he doesn't have any more anti-air in the area, considering that's how he's been playing all game, and I was totally right. Very good shot. I can do that, and and now I got eyes on this. Pull this back because it's my last bastion of hope against a battlecopter spam if it's coming, so I got to protect it. Roll out. I go T-copter because of the awesome move, and I can go double tank. And then artillery, my first artillery of the game. I'm not an artillery player. Lately, I have been spamming a lot of artillery because I have to get better at playing with artillery. I just have to. Decides not. So he does not. So I'm thinking he's thinking he could get a shot from the planes. Wants to get vision. I'm officially going to get this next turn. I wonder if you can delete a spent unit. Can you do that? Because then the play would have been to delete this unit and drive his tank around to full interrupt it. But I don't think he does that. Okay, just trying to dislodge my anti-air. Hell yeah! All right, anti-air! I mean, this has got to be, at this point, it's got to be at like 0.01% health. But pretty cool that hung on, and I just get to retain that forest. Rolling his troops out. Yeah, okay shot. I have two battlecopters in the area, but here comes his. And yeah, he gets a planes boosted shot, but I get the income. I get the income next turn. He goes T-copter with such little income. I don't know if he should have done that. Because now what does he get to build? Recon anti-air because I have battlecopters in the air. So pretty good turn. He's actually up in troop value by a lot, and that is obviously subject to change based on my income lead. And the income lead swings further, 9,000 a turn. There is no way he can bounce back from this because I'm just simply going to keep shuffling troops in here, and yes, these are now exposed, and yes, he will get them. But it is my job to build all of the expensive teched up units that I can to come in and just clean house. So I know I have lots of room over here. I can start getting these properties finally. Okay, and yep, good shots, very good shots. Good, good. Yep, and now I know he's got no vision in this area. Here we go. That property is going to be mine next turn. Go anti-air, tank, artillery. Good, good. Rolling out. All right, here we go. Sorry, that was my dog scratching at the door. I got scared me. All right, here we go. Coming in, capturing. So I know he's going to get a lot of these properties next turn. I know he's going to get a lot of these properties next turn. And the income lead is going to start swinging back. But if you guys were the same as me, your heart started pounding here just a little bit. And I'll take a second. What do you see here? What do you see here that is like ridiculously exciting? Just think about it. Think about it. Comment it. Pause the video and comment it, because now I'm going to tell you. I almost have a victory march up. I know that I have an absurd amount of properties. And I know he's got a force up here, so I'm nervous of this force amassing. But if I can just get my victory march, there is a chance that I can win by cap. So I'm taking all these engagements. So the reason I took all these goofy engagements was I was so close to victory march. I wasn't really doing a lot of math. I was just spamming. So what I should have done here is I took a shot at his artillery. What I should have done is taken a shot at his recon, so his recon can fire back at me and damage my recon. And then I could have used this recon to damage this, and then that would have damaged my recon, giving me more power charge. Because I do this, he damages me. It's still just not enough. I gotta sack a tank. I gotta get vision. Victory march! Alright. That's 1 property. 2 properties. I get his comm tower. 3 properties. And that's it, baby! Whoa! I won by cap. Yeah, baby. That's why you don't mess around with Sami Victory March. You have to be so freaking careful. You have to be so careful, or else Sami is going to Victory March all over you. Look at this. He was going to get this next turn. He was going to get this next turn. He was going to get this next turn. I couldn't have won by cap unless I did it with my very last infantry. Here, I get the comm tower. Bam! God, so hyped. Yes! So this is also why I hate playing against Sami. I absolutely hate playing against Sami, because I think that is so. I just think that's such a lame way to win. Like I always get so salty when somebody wins by cap. I'm like, really, dude? I don't type this at him, but in my head I'm like, play the game. That's not how the game's supposed to be played. Yes, it is. Stop being a crybaby, me. And I was so pumped when I won this game, because I knew he had this force over here, and I knew he was going to start getting these properties back. There's no way I could have held on to these for a very long time, and my victory march would have taken so much longer to charge up next time. He was so uncareful with his properties that I was able to win by cap. How rare is that? Pretty crazy, huh? Pretty exciting game, am I right? There's your intro to Sami. If this is your first Sami game, beware. She's tier 4 in fog, but I think you could make a big case for her being tier 3. She is horrendously annoying to play against. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching, and thank you guys. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. So if you're seeing this and I'm 99 or 98, just click subscribe and get me to 100. Give me some dopamine, and then you can unsubscribe later. You don't even get notifications unless you hit the bell. But if you do want to keep up with me, let me know. I'm currently playing in the Mang's Egg Cup, and I have a game coming up. I'm currently playing in a game, but my opponent is taking forever to take his turns. And I'm getting kind of upset about that. You know, these like Mangs and his team are putting on this tournament for everybody to participate in, and you're kind of sitting there taking your sweet time, and it's I think it's kind of rude and inconsiderate. Now everything is factored in to the tournament. They have it all factored in. where there is a minimum amount of days. I think if he doesn't go in 4 days, he gets booted. But he's literally taking 4 days in between every turn. At this rate, I don't even know how this tournament is going to take 2 years. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated with my opponent. He's playing pretty well, though. I gotta give it to him. He's playing pretty well. It's not looking good for me, but I think I can pull out. I think I can pull out a victory if I just kind of listen to my own advice during these playthroughs. Listen to the advice that you guys give me in the comments. Really good advice. Thank you for everybody. I read all your comments, so thank you for the engagement that I'm getting on this channel. Okay, that's it. Stay tuned for the next replay commentary, and thanks for watching.